The makeup in your bag might be funding child labor and criminal networks that don't care if you go blind. Today, I'm exposing the absolutely horrifying world of counterfeit cosmetics that's putting millions of people at risk every single day. We're talking about lipsticks made with industrial glue, underground criminal networks using child labor, and the disgusting factories where the stuff is actually manufactured. I'll show you real victims whose faces were destroyed, the shocking ingredients that'll make you never buy cheap makeup again, and the criminal operations behind it all. But most importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to protect yourself, because these fakes are getting so sophisticated that even beauty experts are being fooled. So stay until the end, because the protection strategies I reveal could literally save your face. Here's what the beauty industry doesn't want you to know. Right now, millions of people worldwide are putting products on their faces that contain industrial glue used in construction, rat droppings and insect remains, lead levels 400 times higher than safety limits, arsenic, which is an actual poison, and gasoline residue. But the health impact goes far beyond what most people realize. In 2024 alone, U.S. Customs seized over 500,000 counterfeit personal care items at borders, representing a 95% increase from 2023. Recent laboratory analysis has identified 88 different toxic chemicals in over 73,000 cosmetic products worldwide, causing everything from chronic headaches and dizziness to permanent organ damage. But here's the terrifying part. Experts estimate that for every fake product seized, 10 more make it to consumers. What makes this crisis worse is that these toxic chemicals cause delayed health effects that can take months or years to fully develop, meaning victims often cannot trace their health problems back to the fake makeup they used. Counterfeit makeup isn't made in shiny labs with quality control. Instead, police raids in New York and Los Angeles have uncovered the disgusting reality. We're talking about powders stored next to animal feces, bugs crawling over open containers, makeshift factories in filthy back rooms, and absolutely zero safety standards or health regulations. But it gets so much worse. These operations are often the cash flow for international crime rings. Interpol and Europol have directly linked counterfeit cosmetic sales to gangs involved in drug trafficking and human trafficking. When you buy fake makeup, you're not just risking your face, you're potentially funding some of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Just this year, Brazilian police dismantled a $250 million criminal organization that used fake makeup sales to launder money from cigarette smuggling operations. The criminals behind this scheme received penalties exceeding 48 years in prison. We're talking about massive international operations where your $5 fake lipstick helps fund multi-million-dollar criminal enterprises. The most disturbing part is how child labor is deeply woven into this criminal network. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security uncovered children working in illegal counterfeit makeup factories across Asia and the Middle East, mixing toxic powders in unsafe, unsanitary conditions with their bare hands. During a recent raid in Bangkok's Klong Samwa district, police discovered children working alongside illegal production lines, mixing, packaging, and labeling fake products loaded with banned substances like lead and steroids. These are real children whose lives are being destroyed to produce the fake makeup that might be sitting on store shelves right now. The human cost extends far beyond the factories. Let me tell you about Tanya Arguelles, a beauty blogger who unknowingly bought counterfeit eyeshadow at a street market. Within hours of using the product, her eye was swollen, burning, and severely infected. When doctors tested her makeup sample, they found it was packed with dangerous bacteria that could have caused permanent damage or even blindness. But Tanya's story isn't unique. CBS News documented several similar cases of women whose lips ballooned to 3 times their normal size, who suffered painful blistering that required medical treatment, who experienced temporary vision loss from toxic eye makeup, and who were left with permanent scarring and discoloration on their faces. Right now, social media is filled with these horror stories. You'll find images of infections, swelling, and painful treatments shared by victims who are determined to warn others. But here's what makes this even more dangerous. Today's counterfeits look absolutely identical to authentic products. We're talking about identical packaging and boxes, fake holograms and security features that look completely legitimate, copied batch numbers and barcodes that seem real, and professional-looking websites and social media presence that fool even experienced shoppers. Even beauty experts and professional makeup artists have been completely fooled by these sophisticated fakes. The counterfeiters have become so good at what they do that the only way to be completely safe is to know exactly where your products are coming from and stick to sources you can absolutely trust. So how do you protect yourself and your family from these dangerous products? Let me walk you through the most effective strategies. First, you need to buy only from authorized retailers. That means official brand websites and stores, verified department stores and pharmacies, and authorized beauty retailers. These are the only places where you can be absolutely certain you're getting authentic products. Second, you need to avoid high-risk sources completely. Stay away from street markets and pop-up stalls, unauthorized online marketplaces, social media sellers without proper credentials, and any deals that seem too good to be true. If a high-end lipstick is selling for $5 instead of $50, well, there's definitely something wrong. Third, watch for signs in the product itself. Real makeup has clear expiration dates, smooth texture, and no strange smells. Fake makeup often separates, smells off, or irritates skin and eyes. Also, do check reviews, search for warning signs, and if you find suspicious products, report them. Platforms like Amazon and TikTok Shop rely on users to help remove counterfeits. Finally, if you experience irritation, swelling, or any unusual reaction, stop using the product immediately and see a doctor. Don't stay silent. Sharing your experience online can warn others and save their health. The counterfeit cosmetics industry is a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise that profits from putting your health at risk and exploiting vulnerable workers, including children. Every single time you buy from unauthorized sources, you're potentially funding these operations and contributing to a cycle of abuse and danger. By making informed choices and buying only from legitimate sources, you're not just protecting yourself, you're helping to cut off funding to these criminal networks and potentially saving other people from becoming victims. I'd like to hear from you in the comments. What's your experience with suspicious makeup products? Have you ever had a close call with something that seemed too good to be true? Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this that exposes the truth behind the industries that affect your daily life. And don't forget, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And of course, I'll see you in the next video.